Good evening, children.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Good evening, children.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Write down this question, children. The angle of elevation of a cloud from a point 2,500 meters above a lake is 30 degrees. And the angle of depression of its reflection in the lake is 45 degrees. What is the height of the cloud above the lake level? What is the height of the cloud above the lake level? Write down the question. Excuse me. All right, so let's first draw the lake level or the surface of the lake. I'm not doing this fully, so this is the water in the lake. All right, I'm sorry. So this is the water in the lake. Okay. So now the angle of elevation of a cloud. So let's just, okay, this is the cloud. The angle of elevation. So the observer is looking up at the cloud and the angle of elevation is 30 degrees. From where is he looking at the cloud? From a point 2,500 meters above the lake. So this is the surface of the lake. This is the surface of the lake. So he's probably in a boat or a ship, which is 2,500. So his position is 2,500 meters above the lake. He's not doing any magic above the lake. He's probably in a boat or a ship. And his position is 2,500 meters above the surface of the lake. This is the surface of the lake. This is the surface of the lake. The position of the observer is 2,500 meters above the surface of the lake. So let's write out this 2,500. And let's complete the rectangle. Let's just complete the rectangle like this. Now this is the height of the cloud. This is the height of the cloud from the surface of the lake. Please watch carefully. This one is the height of the cloud from the surface of the lake, this full thing. This line segment represents the height of the cloud above the surface of the lake. This portion is 2,500. This portion is 2,500. This portion we don't know. Let's just call it X. So surface of the lake, this is the point 2,500 meters above the surface of the lake. We've taken a cloud here in the sky, and this is the height of the cloud. This line segment represents the height of the cloud from the surface of the water. Now the observer from here is looking at the cloud. So the line of sight from the eye of the observer to the object or the position observed. The angle of elevation. So this is the line of sight. This is the line of sight. This is the line of sight, and this is the angle of elevation. This is the angle of elevation because this is the horizontal. This is the horizontal. We know that the observer, we do not know the height of the observer, But we know that the observer is stand. See, this is not the height of the observer. This line segment represents 2,500 meters. The point above which the observer is standing. This is the line of sight from the observer to the point observed is the line of sight. And this line through the eye of the observer is the horizontal line. This is the horizontal line. And now the angle between the line of sight and the horizontal line is the angle of elevation, which is 30 degrees. Which is 30 degrees. Now the observer does not change his position. He is there only. Now the cloud is reflected in the water. So let's say this is the reflection of the cloud in the water. So this is the distance from the surface of the water to the reflected cloud or the reflection of the cloud. This line segment, see, this is the surface. Watch this carefully. This is the point on the surface of the water. From here to here is the height of the distance between the surface of the water and the reflection of the cloud in the water. This is the reflection of the cloud in the water, and this is the surface of the water. This line segment represents the distance between the surface of the water and the cloud, the reflection of the cloud in the water. Now, what does the observer do? From this point, he looks up at a cloud in the sky, and from the same point, he looks down at its reflection in the water. So this is the line of sight. He does not change the position. He remains wherever he is. From this position, he looks at the cloud in the sky, and from the same position, he looks down into the water at the reflection of the cloud. So from the eye of the observer to the object or the position observed. So this is the new line of sight. The same is the horizontal. Horizontal line is the same. Now the angle between the horizontal and the line of sight is the angle of depression here. Angle of depression because the observer is at a higher level and what he is looking at is at a lower level. And the angle of depression is measured to be 45 degrees. 45 degrees. And we know that the distance, these two distances will be the same. That is, if I call this portion alone as x, this one is 2,500. See, this is the surface of the water. Surface of the water. This line segment, listen to this carefully. This line segment represents the height of the cloud above the surface of the water. This height will be equal to this line segment, which represents the distance between the surface of the water and the reflected cloud. When you stand in front of the mirror or when you place an object in front of the mirror, if the object is 5 centimeters, okay, 5 meters away from the mirror, the reflection also will be 5 meters away from the mirror. Mirror. Object is placed at a distance of 5 meters. The reflection also will be at a distance of 5 meters from the mirror. Same thing here. The mirror is like the surface. The mirror here is like, the surface of the water here is like the mirror. So from the object to the surface of the water. From the object to the surface of the water, like the mirror. From the reflection to the surface of the water. These two distances will be the same. These two are the same. Look at the surface of the water as a mirror. Mirror to object is equal to mirror to reflection. So this one is 2,500 and we'll just call this x. So the height of the cloud above the water is 2,500 plus x. Plus x. This one is also 2,500 plus x. So we've implemented, we've represented all the information in the figure. We have to take up this triangle which has 30 degrees. So we'll just mark this line segment Y. We have two triangles, one with angle 30 degrees, another with 45 degrees. We just have to use tan or cot in both and use the substitution method or the equating method to get the answer. That's all. Let's see the figure again. Let's make it fast now. Surface of the water. Please listen. Surface of the water. Cloud. Height of the cloud from the surface of the water. Reflection of the cloud. Distance between the reflection on the surface of the water. This distance is equal to this distance. Please listen, children. Please listen. Don't write or don't start drawing. So just a minute, children, just a minute. Yeah, children. So this distance, cloud, surface of the water, this distance will be equal to surface of the water, reflected cloud or reflection of the cloud. 2,500 meters above the surface of the water, position of the observer. This is 2,500. Position of the observer, complete the rectangle. This is the horizontal line. This is the horizontal line through the eye of the observer. Observer, point observed, line of sight, line of sight. From there, he looks down at the reflected cloud. So observer, point observed. These are the two different lines of sight. Line of sight, horizontal line, angle of elevation. Horizontal line, line of sight, angle of depression, 45. This triangle has 30 degrees, this triangle has 45 degrees. Use tan in both and then the substitution method or equating method, you will get the result. You will get the, you will be able to find the height of the cloud above the lake level. Now this one is also 2,500. This one is also 2,500. Let's call this portion alone as x, So the whole thing is 2,500 plus x. The whole thing is 2,500 plus x. So below also this one is 2,500 plus 6. Let's mark this white. See, I told you when you use tan or cot, you'll be connecting two sides. If you know their lengths, fine. If you don't know their lengths, call them x or y. Now, when you're using this triangle, children, this is very important. Please listen. When you're using this triangle, which triangle? This triangle. You know, when you're using this triangle with 45 degrees, children. This triangle with 45 degrees. This triangle with 45 degrees. This side will be 2,500 plus 2,500 plus x, because this portion is 2,500 and this one is 2,500 plus x. So totally it will be 5,000 plus x. When you're using the triangle with 45 degrees, the opposite side, the length of the opposite side will be 2,500 plus 2,500 plus x. So it will be 5,000 plus x. Be careful. Now you can start working. Please, as you work, look at the figure and understand. So here the denominator will be root 3 minus 1 into root 3 plus 1 will be 3 minus 1, 2. It will be by 2. And 2 and 5,000. When you simplify, you will get 2,500 into root 3 plus 1. The denominator will be 2 here. A minus b into a plus b is a squared minus b squared. So 3 minus 1, 2. 5,002, when you simplify, you get 2,500. Finish writing, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Others, please respond. Have you finished writing?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So these are this is the introduction to the figure. So what your line segments mean, and this some see these calculations you can show here also. I've just like whatever sides will be used in the ratios, I've calculated them earlier. You can also do it directly in your working here. You just have to reflect your mind in the paper. Whatever thought process happens in your mind, reflect that in the paper. There is no specific procedure like you should do this first and then this. So there are two triangles. There are two triangles, one with 30 degrees, one with 45 degrees. Using 30 degrees triangle first, opposite by adjacent, you don't know the opposite side, you don't know the adjacent side, meaning you don't know the lengths of the opposite and adjacent sides. So x by y. So we just cross multiply, y is equal to root 3x. Leave it like that. Take up the other triangle. Opposite by adjacent, tan 45. Look at the triangle carefully. BD by BF. So you get this, y is equal to this. And I've used a substitution method. That is, here in place of y, I've used root 3x. You can also equate. Both amounts to the same thing. That's why here, no, y is equal to 5000 plus x. Instead of y I've used root 3x using 1. Y is equal to root 3x. So here instead of y, root 3x is equal to 5000 plus x. So how to solve for x? Gather the x terms on one side, take out x common, That's how you solve for x. If there's more than one x in the equation, gather all the x's on one side. Take out that x common. Rationalize the denominator. And root 3 is 1.732 plus 1 is 2.732. So x is equal to, the value of x is 6,830. But we have to find AC. We have to find AC, which is 2,500 plus x. We have to find AC. We have to find AC, which is the height of the cloud above the lake level is AC, which is 2,500 plus x. So 2,500 plus 6,830, which is 9,330 meters. The height of the cloud above the lake level is 9,330 meters. Yeah, write on the next question, children. I'm just coming. The pilot of an aircraft flying horizontally. The pilot of an aircraft flying horizontally. The aircraft is flying horizontally. The pilot of an aircraft, the aircraft is flying horizontally at a speed of 1,200 kilometers per hour, observes that, the pilot observes that the angles of depression, yeah, he's flying high in the sky. He's looking at some point or points on the ground. So observes that the angles of depression of a point. He's looking at one point. Why angles of depression? The angles of depression changes from 30 degrees to 45 degrees in 15 seconds. Because he's moving constantly. So at one particular point of time, he observes the point on the ground at a depression of 30 degrees. And after a flight of 15 seconds, the angle of depression of the same point on the ground is now 45 degrees. The observer takes two different positions. He looks at the same point on the ground. Please listen. The observer takes two different positions because the aircraft is flying in the sky. The aircraft is moving in the sky. The pilot looks at the same point on the ground from two different positions because in 15 seconds, the aircraft will take a different position in the sky. What is important to understand is that he is not looking at two different points. He is looking at the same point on the ground from two different positions. The observer, the pilot, takes two different positions. Some particular position in the sky once, in the air once, and after 15 seconds, he takes a new position. So the pilot assumes two different positions in the air, but he looks at the same point on the ground. Since he's at a higher level and the point is on the ground, angles of depression, the angle of depression increases from 30 to 45 degrees. It increases. That means he's flying towards the point. The angle of depression increases. That means he's going closer to that point. So let us see how to make the figure for this. Dear children, ground, some point on the ground, aircraft in the sky. 1 minute. Some point on the ground, aircraft, height always, height of the aircraft from the ground, height of the aircraft from the ground, aircraft, height of the aircraft from the ground, ground level, point observed, the point on the ground observed, pilot, horizontal line, line of sight, angle of depression. Pilot, height of the aircraft from the ground, ground level, some point on the ground, line of, horizontal line, line of sight, angle of depression. This is, we finished for 30 degrees. Now for 45 degrees. When the angle of depression increases, that means he's moving towards that object. Towards that object. So now after 15 seconds, this is let us assume that this is the new position of the aircraft, or this is the position of the aircraft after 15 seconds. it will be maintaining it's flying horizontally, it will be maintaining the same level from the ground, the same vertical height from the ground. If there's a difference, it should be given. Otherwise, this is what we have to assume. It's maintaining the same altitude from the ground. It's maintaining the same altitude from the ground. The aircraft it's flying horizontally, maintaining the same altitude from the ground. Now, this is the new position of the aircraft. This is the initial position. After 15 seconds, this is the new position of the aircraft. So this will be its height. This is the altitude of the aircraft from the ground. The same will be the horizontal. The same will be the horizontal line. Line of sight from here to the point observed. This is the line of sight. Angle of depression from the horizontal to the line of sight. Line of sight, horizontal. Horizontal line of sight. This is the angle of depression, 45 degrees. Now this is 30 degrees, right? So see the Z, angle of depression is equal to angle of elevation. Angle of depression is equal to angle of elevation. See here, this angle will be equal to this angle. This is 30 degrees. Similarly, angle of depression, another Z. This one is 45 degrees. This is 30 degrees and this one is 45 degrees. Please make out the Z. Please make out the Z. See, this is the horizontal line. This is the line of sight. Come down, and the ground level. 30 degrees, 30 degrees. This is 45. Make out the Z. This is 45. So you get this angle is 45. Now again we have to. This is the same. This height is the same. So this is H. This is H. Observer takes two different positions. The point observed is the same. The point observed is the same. Observer takes two different positions. How do you convert 1200 kilometer per hour to meter per second? Into 5 by 18 or 18 by 5? Into 5 by 18 or 18 by 5, children?
5 by 18.
Who's that? Who was that?
Priya, ma'am.
Excuse me, children. Yeah. So, Priya, you're right. 5 by 18, 1200 into 5 by 18 will give you the speed in meter per second. In meter per second. Somebody calculate and tell me. Please calculate and tell me the speed in meter per second.
Ma'am, 333.33.
No. Then if it's not, if you're not getting the whole number, then tell me the fraction. 333, yeah? So the 1000 by 3, is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
No, you said 333.33, so 1000 by 3 meter per second. We'll have it as a fraction. Only then you will get the, correct, meaning accurate answer. Okay, so now we have speed in meter per second. We have time in 15 seconds. Now this is the distance. This is the distance covered in the air in 15 seconds. This is the distance covered in the air in 15 seconds. The aircraft from here moves here. How long did it take? It took 15 seconds to change this position. And that is equal to this line segment on the ground. The distance, this distance covered in the air is equal to this distance on the ground. This distance which is covered by the aircraft in the air will be equal to this distance on the ground. So now we know that speed into time is equal to distance. Speed into time is equal to distance. So this is speed into time 15 seconds. Into time 15 seconds will give you the distance. Speed into time is equal to distance. So we get 5000 meters. 5000 meters. See, now the thing is which distance this represents. Whatever distance is covered in 15 seconds, that distance is 5000 meters. What was covered in 15 seconds? What distance was covered in 15 seconds? Where was the aircraft initially? Aircraft initially here. Then this is the distance it moved in 15 seconds. This distance is 5000 meters. Speed into time. Speed into time 15 seconds will be equal to this distance. Why this distance? Why not this one? Because it covers, the aircraft is covering this distance in the air in 15 seconds. So this one is 5000 meters, which means this one is 5000. So in one triangle, in this triangle, you have 30 degrees and this portion is 5000. In the other triangle, you don't know any side. You can just call this X and you can call this H. This is also H. Don't mark X, Y here. Don't mark these with different letters. The altitude, the height of the plane from the ground is the same. So H, H. Use the two right triangles, tan 30, tan 45. Substitution method or equating method and get the answer. So what do we do with the speed and time? What do we do with the speed and this time? You should find distance and you should identify which distance that is, which line segment is represented or which line segment represents that distance. That is important. You cannot take that length anywhere. So why did we convert time? Why did we convert speed to meter per second? Because we have 15 seconds, time 15 seconds. And here we have the speed in kilometer per hour. So since this is per hour, we need to convert it to seconds, meter per second. And then find the distance. Please show the horizontal. I forgotten to show that. While explaining, I told you. I forgot to draw the horizontal. So I directly took the angles of elevation. This is important. You must show this. You must show these two angles. Angles of depression must be shown. Finish writing, children?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So here I've not marked the line segments using letters, but actually that's more convenient. So let me just correct it here. This answer is correct. I know, I'm sure you have no doubt there. But let us just use the letters so that the working looks more easy. You can just redo this. Tell me, children, tan 45 is equal to h by x, right? H by x. Tan 45 is equal to h by x. So you get h is equal to x. Then here we have tan 30 is equal to, this one we found BD. BD we found is 5,000. BD is 5,000. So tan 30 is equal to h by x plus 5,000. So 1 by root 3 is equal to h by x plus 5,000. So now we know that h is equal to x. H is equal to x. See, we know that h is equal to x. We need to find h. We know that we have to find h, the height of the aircraft from the ground. That's what we have to find. So we'll have h. We'll retain h. We'll take away this x. In the next step, you can take away this x and write it as h. And on solving this, you'll get the value of h. I'll also work it and share it on WhatsApp with you, children. I'll also correct the slide. This working is not incorrect. It's correct, but I have not used the letters because it's always easy when you use the letters than the line segments as they are. I can just show you once again. Please redo this. I said you can just mark off this as x. This one is 5,000. We calculated BD is 5,000. And AB and CD, they represent the height of the plane from the ground. So let it be h. So tan 45 is h by x. So on cross multiplying, you'll get h is equal to x. 1 is equal to h by x, h is equal to x. This is one part. Here, 1 by root 3 is equal to opposite h by adjacent x plus 5,000. Then in the next step, what you should do is, we know that h is equal to x. So instead of x, in the next step, instead of this x, use h. So now in this equation, we have only h. We'll cross multiply and solve and find the value of h. And that you will get as 6,830. Children, did I tell you clearly?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Please use xh and redo the working. Do it now. Do it
I
now.
already did it like that only, ma'am.
Very good. Let's wait for another 3 minutes. Please mark h and x in the figure and work it using h and x. All right. This is the next one, children. A man rowing a boat away from a lighthouse, 150 meters high, takes 2 minutes to change the angle of elevation of the top of the lighthouse from 45 degrees to 30 degrees. Find the speed of the boat. Write down the question. The earlier question, speed and time was given, we found distance. Here, we have to find the speed. So we should find some distance that children, I was not audible for a while, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah, I'm back. Yeah. I was telling you that in the earlier question, we were given the speed of the aircraft and the time taken to cover some particular distance. So using speed into time, we found the distance there. Here we have to find the speed of the boat. So we have time, 2 minutes. We need to find the corresponding or the relevant distance. Distance by speed will give us time. Okay, I hope you've written the question. So a man rowing a boat away from a lighthouse. Lighthouse is 150 meters. Lighthouse is 150 meters high. So let this line segment represent the lighthouse. A man rowing a boat away from a lighthouse. This is the surface of the water. We assume that the ground level and the surface of the water, they're the same. The level, the ground level and the surface of the water, the level is the same. We assume that the level is the same. A man rowing a boat away from a lighthouse. So let this line segment represent the height. The lighthouse 150 meters high. Now he's rowing away from a lighthouse. So maybe this is, let's say this is the initial position and this is the final position after 2 minutes. He's rowing his boat away from the lighthouse. This is a lighthouse. So say he was here first and after 2 minutes, he takes this position. So what happens? The angle of elevation of the top of the lighthouse. This is the top of the lighthouse. This is the top of the lighthouse. This is the man in the boat. First, the elevation was 45 degrees. Now the elevation has become 30 degrees. Line of sight, top of the lighthouse, the boatman, 30 degrees. Now, which distance is covered in 2 minutes? This distance is covered in 2 minutes. So we need to find this distance. Supposing we get 100. Supposing we get 100 meters. 2 minutes is what, 120 seconds. Huh? Okay, so like supposing you get 600, just for example, supposing you get 600 meters. So distance 600 meters by time 2 minutes, which is 120 seconds. So 5 meters per second is the speed of the boat. Lighthouse, surface of the water, initial position of the boat, new position of the boat after 2 minutes. It's going away from the lighthouse. Initial position of the boat, new position of the boat after 2 minutes. Top of the lighthouse, line of sight, top of the lighthouse, line of sight. First elevation is 45 degrees, then the elevation becomes 30 degrees. This distance is covered in 2 minutes because it takes 2 minutes for the elevation to change from 45 degrees to 30 degrees. So this distance is covered in 2 minutes. Why this distance is covered in 2 minutes? Because from at this position, the elevation was 45 degrees. After 2 minutes, when this distance is covered, after 2 minutes, the elevation is found to be 30 degrees. That means this distance is covered in 2 minutes. The question is to find the speed of the boat. To find the speed, you need to know this distance. You should find this distance covered. This distance. So whatever is this distance by the time 2 minutes will give you the speed of the boat.
Ma'am? Ma'am?
Any questions here, children? Any doubts?
Ma'am?
Yes, you can. Yeah. Yes.
Ma'am, is it necessary to convert meter per second into kilometer per hour?
No, 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 not needed. You can leave it as 0.915 meters per second. Not needed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Mostly it will be specified to find the speed of the boat in meter per second or kilometer per hour. It will be specified. If nothing is mentioned, you can leave it in whichever unit you have found, kilometer per hour or meter per second, whichever unit you have found. It's not necessary to convert.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So two ships are sailing in the sea on either sides of the lighthouse. The angles of depression of the two ships, as observed from the top of the lighthouse, are 60 degrees and 45 degrees respectively. If the distance between the two ships is 200 into root 3 plus 1 by root 3 meters, find the height of the lighthouse. Surface of the sea, lighthouse, one ship, another ship. They're on either sides of the lighthouse. One ship, another ship, top of the lighthouse, horizontal. Because the two ships are observed from the top of the lighthouse. The two ships are observed from the top of the lighthouse. So this is the horizontal. Line of sight, line of sight. Angle of depression, angle of depression. You can take this as 60 and this as 45, or this as 45 and this as 60. Anything is fine. 45, 60. Angle of depression is equal to angle of elevation. 45, 60. And the distance between the two ships, that is this one. The distance between it's given that they're on either sides of the lighthouse. The two ships are on either sides of the lighthouse. So this is the lighthouse. This is the lighthouse. One on the side, one on the other side here. The distance between the two ships, this distance is given. Given this, you should find the height of the lighthouse. Done, children? Done writing?
5 minutes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
All right, yeah. Finish writing, children?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Yes, ma'am.
So nothing much to say here. So from one triangle, we find x. From one triangle, we know that x plus y, the distance between the two ships. The distance between the two ships is, what is that? 200 of root 3 plus 1 by root 3. So by this, figure, x plus CD, the distance CD is given. The length of the line segment CD is given, or x plus y is given to us. X plus y is given to us. So we find x from one triangle, x is equal to h. We find y from the other triangle, y is equal to h by root 3. And we find x plus y. We find x from one triangle, x is equal to h, or h is equal to x. We find x from one triangle, y from the other triangle. And then we find x plus y. We find x plus y. X plus y is equal to h by, see here. From one triangle, we got x is equal to h. Here, this one. From the other triangle, we got y is equal to h by root 3. Y is equal to h by root 3. We add both, x plus y is equal to h plus h by root 3. When you take out h common, see here, when you take out h common, you'll get 1 plus 1 by root 3. When you take h common, you'll get 1 plus 1 by root 3. So x plus y is here, this one. So instead of x plus y, we write, instead of x plus y, we write this one, 200 of root 3 plus 1 by root 3. Here we take h common, here we take h common, and we get 1 plus 1 by root 3. On taking LCM here inside, on taking LCM, we'll get root 3 common denominator. No, just to slash it out. Just to slash out. Why taking LCM is just to slash it out. When you take LCM, you get root 3 is the common denominator. So root 3 plus 1 by root 3. So root 3 plus 1 by root 3 and root 3 plus 1 by root 3 on either side gets cancelled. On equating, we get h is equal to 200. So h is 200, meaning the height of the lighthouse is 200 meters. Is it fine, children? Any questions? Okay, class, use the emoji. Raise your hand. Arnav, Shriya. Reshmika, Balahadish, Tirunesh, Lakshan, Lakshita, Shabarigrish, Nivedita, Ravya, Harshita, Parkavi, Nafi, Shivani, Sudarshan, Priya, Manasa, Muttuvel, Subiksha, Nishita. Srinivasan. How many of you have learned this chapter in school already?
Ma'am, in our school ongoing,
I'm
ma'am.
going on, ma'am.
Montfort, you've learned this chapter already in school?
Yes, ma'am. We started with another chapter.
Okay, okay.
In my school, the chapter is being teaching.
Reshmika, come again.
In our school, the lesson is teaching now, ma'am. They're teaching the lesson now.
Okay, okay. This is the ongoing chapter, is it? The same
Yes.
chapter?
Ma'am, in my school also the chapter is ongoing, ma'am.
Oh, just a minute, just a minute. Yeah, okay. So Montfort, you finished this chapter in school. Reshmika, Z school ongoing chapter. Then somebody else was saying something.
Ma'am, in my school also the chapter is ongoing, ma'am.
Ongoing. Priya, okay. Rajaji also. Then
In our
others?
school, arithmetic progress.
Arithmetic progressions.
Yes, ma'am. Progression. Yes, ma'am.
Fraction. Okay. Kamla Niketan, arithmetic progressions.
Progression.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine.
In
fine.
our school also arithmetic progression.
Okay, fine.
It's going on in our school.
Ravya also? AP, is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Kaveri Global.
Kaveri Global, yes. All right, children. Fine. Yeah, now we finished examples from NCRT, the 7 examples from NCRT. We did it some time back. And then recently, I think about 7 to 8 questions which we did were not from NCRT. So there are some questions outside NCRT. Now we'll get back to NCRT. We'll solve the exercise problems from NCRT. We'll not be doing every sum. Take a screenshot, children. We'll be doing selected sums from NCRT. Those which need an explanation, we will do in the class. The simple versions, now that we have learned, something about this chapter, certain basic questions, you have to do it by yourself. Take a screenshot of this one. Please take a screenshot. Three, take a screenshot.
Ma'am, can you show second question? So 1 second.
Yeah.
Ma'am, do we have to work this out in our classwork notes?
Yes, yes, please. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. By the class on Friday. By the class on Friday. So on Friday, when you submit Friday's lessons, you should have also completed these sums. Yeah.
Can you show from first month?
Oh yeah. Done.
Yes, ma'am.
The second one.
Done, ma'am.
Done, children? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. These from the figures you can make out that they are very simple. Simply use a trigonometric ratio and get the answer. That's all. Yeah, we'll do this one now. Sorry, I showed you the figure. Okay. This we're doing now in the class. NCERT exercise, what is it, 8.1 now? 9.1. NCERT exercise 9.1. A 1.5 meter tall boy is standing at some distance from a 30 meter. A 1.5 meter tall boy. So this is the ground level. 1.5 meter tall boy. Right. He's standing at some distance from a 30 meter tall building. 30 meter tall building. 30 meter tall building. The building is 30 meters tall. This boy is 1.5 meters tall. So this will be the horizontal. Since we know the height of the observer, this will be the horizontal line. This is the ground level. This is the ground level. This is the horizontal line. And this is the height of the building. The building is 30 meters tall. This is the foot of the building. This is the top of the building. This is the eye or the top of the observer, foot of the observer, the head and the foot of the observer. The angle of elevation from his eyes to the top of the building, from his eyes to the top of the building, it increases from 30 degrees to 60 degrees as he walks towards the building. So now here the observer takes two positions, initial and final position, but he's looking at the same thing. The point or the position or object observed is the same. He is taking two different positions. He's moving. So when he's here, when he's here, this is the line of sight, the line connecting the eye of the observer and the position or the point observed, the top of the building. The angle of elevation between the horizontal and line of sight is found to be 30 degrees. Now he walks some distance towards the building. How far he walks towards the building is not known. So he walks in this direction. He walks in this direction. He's going towards the building. He stops here. This is the height of the observer. See, he moves towards the building. He moves towards the building. He stops. He stops and again he looks at the top of the building. Again from there he looks at the top of the building. So this 1.5 meter tall boy, he moves towards the building. He stops here. He stops and again he looks at the top of the building. This is the horizontal. This is the line of sight. Angle of elevation is now 60 degrees. The angle of elevation is now 60 degrees. Yes, no, as you grow, as you go closer to the building, you will have to raise your head higher and higher to look at the top of the building. When you're away from the building, the elevation will be small. When you go towards the building, you'll have to look higher. You'll have to raise your head still more to look at the top of the building, not to just look at the building. To look at the building, straight vision is enough. To look at the top of the building, the highest point of the building, you'll have to raise your head. When you're away, you can look at the top of the building more comfortably. As you walk towards the building, you'll have to raise your head more and more to look at the top of the building. So the elevation will increase. As the boy walks towards the building, the elevation will increase. The angle of elevation will increase. Find the distance he walked towards the building. Just write down the question, children. I'm coming. All right. Now we need to be very careful while taking the values. This height from the ground, this is the foot of the building. This is the foot of the building. This is the top of the building. This height is 30 meters. But our triangles are here. Our triangles are here. Since this is 1.5 meters, this is 1.5, this is 1.5. This height inside the triangle will be 28.5 meters. See, when you take the triangle with 60 degrees, this height, the opposite side, this one will be only 28.5. The full height is 30 meters. 30 minus 1.5. This is only 28.5. So children, let me do it again quickly. Now, children, see in this triangle, do you know one angle in this triangle? What is the measure of the angle, you know?
60
60 degrees. And do you know one side?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
28.5. So using tan 60, can we find this one? Tan 60 is opposite by adjacent, so you'll get the length of this line segment directly. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. From this, see, in a triangle, in a right triangle, when you know one acute angle and one side, you can find any other side. So tan 60 is equal to opposite 28.5 by this side, by the adjacent side. So you'll get the length of this side directly. Similarly, when you use the triangle with 30 degrees, when you use the right triangle with 30 degrees, you again know tan 30 is equal to opposite. Opposite is 28.5. You know the opposite side. So the adjacent side, this one you can find out straight away. The adjacent side, you'll get the length of the adjacent side straight away. So supposing this is 100 meters, supposing this is 100, and this one you got is 30, supposing. So this distance will be 100 minus 30, 70 meters. So the distance walked towards the building is equal to 100 minus 30, 70 meters. That's all. Write down this one now, children. Exercise 9.1 NCERT, question number 6.
Ma'am,
Yes.
from that like 5 questions you told to take screenshot, no, ma'am.
Yeah.
When we should submit that, ma'am? Like Friday, ma'am.
Yeah, Friday. Yeah, along with Friday's class work, you must also send the pictures of today's homework. Separately, children. All of you, separately.
Ma'am, but what are the questions you taught now we can send today, no, ma'am?
Yeah. Please. Today's classwork, send it today itself.
Okay, ma'am.
Today's
But
class.
screenshot alone on Friday, ma'am.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, screenshot,
Okay.
yes, on Friday, yes. Or before that, if you finish. If you finish it, you can send it before the class also on Friday. Your deadline to complete the homework is Friday.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
ma'am, why are we joining EG?
You don't, just to show the height of the boy.
Okay.
Like we have CD. We have CD, right? CD, which represents the height of the boy. The boy moves from there and he takes a new position. So in the textbook, it's not joined. I have joined it. In the textbook, I think this figure is in the textbook. Is it in the textbook? I have connected it, EG, to represent the boy who's 1.5 meters. It doesn't make a difference. You join EG, you don't join EG, it's fine. But I
Okay,
like to,
ma'am.
I like to show that. Yeah. So from one triangle you find EF. From the other you find DF. So DF minus EF will give you DE, and DE is nothing but CG, the distance walked towards the building. CG is equal to DE. CG is equal to DE. You have to find CG, the distance walked towards the building, CG, but that's nothing but DE. And how can you find DE? It's DF, the full thing, DF minus EF. DF you find from one right triangle and EF from the other right triangle. Subtract the two. So I've taken the common denominator root 3. 28.5 root 3 into root 3 is 28.5 into 3 minus 28.5 by root 3. Then 28.5 common, 3 minus 1 by root 3. 3 minus 1 is 2. And we have root 3 in the denominator, so multiply and divide by root 3. 28.5 into 2 is 57. 57 root 3 by 3. 57 by 3. 57 by 3 is 19. 19 root 3. 19 into 1.732, which is 32.908. See, you can also take out 28.5 common. You can also take out 28.5 common. I've just taken the LCM along with it. You can also see here like this. You can take out 28.5 here. You can take out 28.5 common. So you'll get root 3 minus 1 by root 3. Then in the bracket, when you take the LCM, you'll get 3 minus 1, 2 by root 3. Then multiply and divide by root 3 to rationalize the denominator. Like this also you can work. You can also take out 28.5 common. Then you will get this. And on taking LCM 2 by root 3, then rationalize into root 3 by root 3. Get the same answer. Root 3 into root 3 is 3. 28.5 into 2 is 57. 57 root 3 by 3, same thing. 19 root 3, which is 19 into 1.732, 32.908. Okay, children, screenshot. Take a picture. Part of the homework.
Ma'am, can you show 5 seconds for Can you show a second for sixth question, ma'am? Yeah, ma'am.
No? Yeah. Done?
Yeah, ma'am, you can change, ma'am.
Okay. Homework, children. 7th one, screenshot. Screenshot. 8, homework. This we worked it in the last class. I think PQ was 200 meters in our question. Homework, 9 homework. We got some 83, 1 by 3 or something.
Yes, ma'am. It PQ was
Yeah.
250 meters.
250, yeah, okay. Homework, children, 9 homework. This will do it in the class. Question number 10 will do it in the class. 11 homework. No, 11 will do in the class. No. 11 classwork, 10, 11 classwork. Yeah. Homework. 12 homework. Homework. This is classwork. We'll do this in the next class. That is tomorrow. This one also classwork. Classwork. Okay. 14, 15, 16 classwork.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
except like 6, 7, 10, and 11 others are like homework, no, ma'am.
No, see, this is classwork. Let me tell you from behind now. This is
Ma'am,
classwork.
6, 7, 10, 11, ma'am. Those are classworks, ma'am.
6, 11, 10, 11. 1 minute. We did already, no? Yeah, 6.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. 7, 10, and 11 are classworks, ma'am.
7, I said homework.
Oh, okay, ma'am.
Eight homework. 9 homework. 10 classwork. Eleven, I said classwork, homework. Then finally, I said classwork or homework.
Classwork.
Yeah, 11
Yeah.
class.
Classwork.
Yeah, 11 classwork. This is homework. Homework. Rest classwork. 14, 15, 16 classwork. How many of you there at the end of the meeting? Only 19. See, Alphas went off for dinner. All right, children. So that's it for today's session. If you have any questions, please ask me. You can stay back Else you may leave the call. Thank you, children.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Class work.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, children. Submit
Thank you,
your
ma'am.
class work. Thank you. Good night.